Hi, my name is Parrish, and welcome to the tutorial video for Love and Sex Second Base. In this video, I'm going to be covering the various mechanics present at the beginning of the game, such as what your stats mean, how to raise affection with the various capture targets in the game, what the different characteristics and traits do for you in character creation, and how to play roughly the first 7 days of the game, or at least how I play them. Now, in this game, there are two protagonists. However, the Bree, the female protagonist, who is present in the game on the male side, and Mike, the other protagonist, is present in the female side. Bree does not have as much content as Mike, because Mike really existed first, and the developers wish to finish his side before they devote too many resources, rather than spreading their focus too thin and making the game just unenjoyable for pretty much everybody involved. So we will be playing as Mike. Mike Seeker. This is Mike's office. This is where you'll be spending, or going to, during the main actual play of the game. You need money to take to buy gifts for girls. You need money to take them out on dates. You need money to pay your rent, or your roommates will get mad at you. You also need to do your chores, but that's a little for later. Your job is affected by your intelligence, and it's also affected by how many promotions you've had. In order to work, you need to meet a base level for your needs. I believe it's 4. It really depends on whether you're going to work normally or work hard. Working hard nets you more money and more... Actually, I don't know for a fact if it nets you more money. I don't think so anymore. It does, however, net you more job progression to your next promotion. And with more promotions, you get more money. So it does, in the end, give you more money. This is the day of the week. With it, you know what time it is. Certain events are only available at a certain time or on a certain day of the week. Like Sasha, one of the two main characters, if any of them are really main characters, of the game. She's one of your two roommates. She has band practice at Fridays at 2000. For American viewers, that's 8 p.m. You have to meet her at a specific place in order to go do the band practice event. And you have to have certain traits in order to pursue that quest line. And of course, your money is over here. This is your strength, and this is your charisma, and as stated before, this is your intelligence. Certain girls like certain things more, and certain events are locked off if you don't have enough of the requisite attribute. Your boss. This is your boss, Aletta. She prefers men who are more charismatic than anything else. Her base first event, I believe, requires 30 charisma. Just to give you an idea for what's required, more or less. Now, Aletta likes... Aletta's kind of She's a bit of a top, if you would, to put it bluntly. She likes the S part of S&M. However, that's not too bad. And her route is a very fun route that I recommend you try sometime. This is Audrey. Audrey is your coworker. She is very much a flirty kind of gal, though most of it is just for play. She plays around a lot. I believe she likes guys who have a certain base amount of physical fitness. I think the first event that you meet her in is at the gym. Samantha is one of the other capture targets in the game, and she is... If there were a third main girl, she would probably be it. She is your old crush. You used to live with her. However, she started dating your other roommate, who was your friend from college, and they decided to move out. This is the conversation in which they inform you they moved out in a day and have also put out an ad so that you can get new roommates, because Mike is unable to afford the apartment house condo thing he lives in on his own. Ryan is her fiance and your former best friend. You both tried to get with Samantha, but she, in the end, chose Ryan. Your route with Samantha is essentially stealing her back from him, because, you see, Ryan is cheating on her with the entire town, more or less. That's not great. You can... there are a number of different routes for different outcomes. You can even have a threesome with Ryan with her. This is one of the two roommates in the game. The two main girls, as I would call them. This is Bree, as you can see from her name. She is a bubbly, fun, outgoing kind of personality. And she's not so much dit as she's just very pushy. She showed up with all of her stuff and was very pushy about getting a place to stay. She can be quite wholesome, though, and is, in general, just an all-around nice girl. She likes... I don't believe there's any requirement for any stat or anything like that. However, she does like sports when choosing conversation topics with her, and she also likes video games, though she's a bit shy about it when it comes to that. Now, we have come to the first character creation choice in the game, apart from the name. So, what you can do with these choices is they give you a certain trait, an ability. Martial arts gives you the ability to fight better and lowers the strength requirement for certain fights in the game. Golf does nothing as far as I can tell. Cooking, you are able to cook meals for your roommates when hanging out with them. This gets you affection points. I believe the cooking skill increases the amount of affection that you get when cooking a meal for them, with them. I don't believe dancing does anything. And lastly, shooting. Shooting gets you the shooting skill, which, while not required for Aleta's route, it is helpful to have. See, she takes you shooting at the beach on one of her events, and if you don't have it, she kind of thinks you're a bit of a wimp. And while she's a bit of a top, she also likes men who are manly men, you know. You know the kind and type. My God. And I believe clicking No I Don't gets you another set of options. In addition to what they do, they give you, see where it says plus shooting, they give you different boosts to your stats, depending on which one you choose. See? And that one gives you +3. I like to pick martial arts, although each of these traits, martial arts, cooking, and shooting, are able to be taught elsewhere in the game. Martial arts can be taught by the sage at the beach. He is a pervy old man who kind of throws you for a bit of a loop and makes you pay for all of the lessons, but it does genuinely teach you martial arts. Cooking can be gotten through one of Samantha's various routes. And shooting, I don't think there's a way to get that just yet. But there is one planned. I know that for a fact. Because of that, I do prefer to pick shooting in the beginning. Bree has nothing to say about that. This is Sasha, your other roommate. As I said, she is in a band, and one of her events pertains to going to band practice with her. She's a sort of punk rock, goth, heavy metal kind of chick, really digs it. And she's very sexual. She likes fucking. Sasha works at the clothes store in the mall, and Bree is a full-time college student, so she has no income whatsoever. Where she gets the money to pay for rent, I don't know, but that is a plot point in her route. This is your second trait choice in the game. Choosing cars gives you a car, and thus the ability to go to the beach early in the game. At least as far as I remember. At any rate, you do need to go to the beach to learn how to fight people from the old sage there. As a result, I find that I like picking up the car thing. However, this does force you to take the debt bad trait, while all of these other ones give you an option of either picking it up or not picking it up. There is a fourth skill choice, which allows you to pick up another trait from a set of traits. In order to pick up from that, though, you have to pick a bad trait, and picking the cars one counts. Playing guitar is required for Sasha's band storyline. However, you can learn how to play guitar from a skill book in the mall, if you're fast enough, and avoid her route by that time. One of her events. However, most of her events are on a very quick timer, so you have to be quick about it if you want to go that route. You can also pick up a car by just having a shit ton of money if you devote your time into working. I really enjoy Sasha, so I generally pick up the guitar skill. Sasha does like to tease you quite a bit. She's kind of a bitch, but in a flirty way. The introduction to this game introduces you to the various girls' personalities and character archetypes. Sasha likes heavy metal. Bree is a fun, outgoing, kind of a sporty chick. Bree is studying to be a doctor. Not that that really affects into the game too much, but it just goes to show you she's pretty smart on her own. She's just, she does not play into the blonde kind of archetype, which is a pleasant thing. This is the third screen, which allows you to pick up some negative trait, or not, in order to gain access to the fourth set of traits and third positive set. Picking Animals Hate Me. When you go swimming at the beach, the shark will eat you. Having debt increases your weekly payment for... Well, it's not just rent. It would be rent and the debt, but it increases the weekly payment regardless. And being unlucky, you lose the lottery far more often. I am not going to go swimming at night. Oh. I'm not sure. I know swimming at night causes the shark to attack you regardless. I think this might make the shark attack you during the day, which would suck. But I don't think there's any requirement to swim in the game, not yet at least. So, let's pick Animals Hate Me. And of course, this is the last one here. I Don't Sleep allows you to... requires an hour or two less, 1 hour less than normal. And the choice gives you the trait Night Owl. Being lucky gives you the lucky trait, which you can earn elsewhere in the game. And it gives you increased odds in the lottery, so you can say that you're unlucky and then lucky, and even them out, I guess? I don't know. It also gives you extra starting money. An eating contest gives you the Iron Stomach, which means you need less food. I don't think there's anything relevant to having won a marathon, being a people person, or being the best in class, other than the stats they give you. However, being hung like a horse, this gives you extra affection if somebody encounters your python. Which your roommates might walk in on you in the bathroom in the morning. It also is a immediate... there is pregnancy in this game. And if you're hung, you instantly get them pregnant. There is no random chance of it. if you don't wear a rubber. So, if you don't want to get them pregnant and you want to have a big dick, wear a rubber. Lastly, in this video, the rent and bills are paid on Mondays every week. And it depends, how much depends on what the difficulty of the game is. Easy is 50, normal is 100, and hard is 200. Also, you get different starting wealth depending on it, I believe. And, as it says here, you will upset your roommates if they have to cover for you. It is an affection point loss. I am all out of time for this video, though, so please join me next time while I play through the rest of the first week of the game, as this has been the tutorial for Love and Sex, Second Base.